Back in high school, we practiced writing articles in English class. I wrote about weird restaurants around the world. It was the best article, probably. A classmate wrote about graveyards. It was also about bowling. I can't go back and check anyway because the website we shared them on shut down. A few days before I published my R-rated movies video, by the way, I've been feeling nostalgic, so I revisited the weird restaurants I could remember. And boy, did I get an appetite. Kids, I have to be real with you. Sometimes your parents fight. It's just what happens. Before you were born, I know for a fact that your parents had the worst fight of their lives. But that's okay. Because of that fight, you came into this world and became the best thing that's ever happened to them. They don't fight anymore. They've been saving up a lot of money so that when you graduate high school, you can travel the world and go work at Cabbages and Condoms. When you enter this restaurant, the first thing you might see are waiters wearing balloons over their heads. Kids, this is to protect them. The restaurant isn't very big, but it's very popular, so that there might be a nasty spill waiting to happen. If you think I'm lying, look at this photo where the dumb waiter is halfway through an asphyxiation. There really isn't anything special on the menu that makes this place weirder than it already is. Unless you haven't had Thai food before, and if you haven't, what are you doing? Go have some. They're great. Cabbages and Condoms isn't an award winner for nothing. It came a long way from a vegetable stand, so stop eating White Castle. If you don't know what that is, White Castle is a medieval themed restaurant where you get to watch jousting matches while you eat burgers and fries. The robot restaurant is like Japan's White Castle. But I think it's more like a nightclub meets Disneyland, except you can bring your kids. It's also got an arena you can watch from while you eat your food, just like in White Castle, but instead of jousting matches, there's dancing. A lot of dancing. Do you hate it when people sing happy birthday to you, especially in a restaurant? Well, you're gonna love it here. You're in the dark, surrounded by robots, in Japan! Nobody's gonna record your face, because everyone's too busy recording the shark.
What is this huge shark?
Oh wait, never mind. All eyes are on you, birthday boy. Hey, where are you going? Have you ever looked at a toilet and said, I want to eat out of that? Well, someone did. And now they've opened a popular tourist spot in Taiwan. It was the best decision of their lives. Modern Toilet's name explains itself. You get to sit around and have your meals on toilet seats with toilet seats. And also bathtubs. You get to have this cute little urinal with a straw. If you want any drinks, for some reason, I don't know, you can have urine mango juice and Adam and Eve's apple cocktail. I would get one of those, but too bad the place is now permanently closed. It's really sad news, but Taiwan isn't the only one to do the whole toilet thing. A joint in Shenzhen, China did it too, and so did Korea, although it's more poop themed than toilet themed. Speaking of poop, a Hong Kong modern toilet branch was evacuated and closed down. I'll give you some time to figure out why, while I take on the heart attack grill challenge. Sometimes I just want to eat the biggest burger ever, even though science says I shouldn't, but there are doctors at the heart attack grill, so I'll be fine. At the heart of Tempe, Arizona, this restaurant's signature dish is the quadruple bypass burger. It's got 4 half-pound burger patties, 20 strips of bacon, 8 slices of American cheese, a whole tomato, and 2 onions, served on a bun coated with lard. The burger has 9,982 calories and is meant to be shared by 4 people. But I think they're deaf because I just said I want the biggest burger ever. It's fine. I'll wash it down with my lard fries and my butterfat milkshake. How do you guys have all this without throwing up? That Portillo cake milkshake thing is one thing, but this is really something special. I'm not sure if I can finish this, but I gotta, or the nurses will spank me as I die, and people really have died there too. Thank goodness it wasn't from their spanks. Oh, did you think they'd just give you a little tap? No, they'll make sure you won't sit again. There are plenty of videos documenting this phenomenon. You know, it's not hard to imagine why it keeps closing down. Did you figure out why Hong Kong closed down yet? Oh, you didn't? Come here. Dinner in the Sky is pretty successful compared to the other 3 restaurants. It's got branches all over the world. The name speaks for itself. You can eat lunch too, but not breakfast for some reason. After reading through their website, it's not hard to see why. It takes about 15 minutes to strap everyone in, about an hour for the actual dining experience, and then another 15 minutes to set everyone free. Not only that, but you'll have to reserve your seats at the restaurant's waiting tent at least 30 minutes in advance. This isn't some dinner you can catch after a movie. The whole experience takes about 2 hours. You better be ready for it, and you better appreciate it. Where I live, each seat is about $120. If you can't make it, you don't get a refund. If you gotta use the bathroom while you're up there, they won't let you back in. It's a real big shame because you'll miss out on quite a bit, like fruit salad and steak. Oh, did you have a beautiful candlelit dinner with your date? With violins? That's great, but have you had it in the sky? No, I don't think so. Hey, you know when you're at a funeral and you're like, oh man, I'm so hungry and bored, I can't wait till later, and they hurt you and then stay away from you for the rest of your life? Well, you don't have to worry about that at this Indian restaurant. It's good luck even. So the new Lucky restaurant in India considers it good luck when you eat by the dead, so long as you don't step on them. It didn't start out like this though. When the restaurant first opened, the owner found out that it was built on a burial ground, so he decided to let the graves in. There have been celebrity visitors, including an ancient Sufi saint. But no one knows for sure because their graves aren't marked. Ooh. I'm just kidding, that's not true. It's probably his followers. I don't know how many of you guys love Indian food, but I would go to the new Lucky restaurant just for the menu. Look at how packed that is. That's a sight for sore eyes right there. I don't see any chana or keema though. So far, the only criticism I have is the milkshake menu. There's a lot of variety in there, which I like, but they charge like 10 extra rupees with ice cream. I'm sorry, but a banana milkshake without ice cream is just a smoothie. But, you know, maybe it's for a bowl of ice cream on the side. I don't know. What do you think? So those were all the weird restaurants I wanted to talk about. I would actually love to visit them someday. They seem like a great way to experience another country's culture. There were a lot of restaurants I wanted to include, but you know, they didn't really fit. The great thing about this video is that it spawned about 4 more video ideas that I haven't come up with before. One of the cut weird restaurants will have an entire video on its own. It was just too long for its own good, you know. So stay tuned for that one. Thanks for watching.